when are tempted toward a grudge, I think that practically we need to preach to our own hearts that we've been forgiven much. To help with that, I remember hearing Paul Washer say in a sermon once, he said, listen, if we were to project just your thought life onto this wall right here, you would run out of this church and never come back, right? And it's very Paul Washer-esque, right?
That's right.
But it helps you understand, and all of that you'd be so ashamed of, that you wouldn't want to come back, that's all been washed away by Jesus Christ, right? So those kinds of thoughts help you to remember how much you've been forgiven. So then you don't dwell on their sin against you. You dwell on your forgiveness that you've been given in Christ. You don't bring up that sin against that person in an argument. You don't gossip or slander that person because of their sin against you. And you don't just avoid one kind of anger. Sometimes we do that. We say, well, I didn't yell at you. I didn't rage at you, but there are other ways we're making that person feel punishment.
But neither were you actively loving that other person.
Exactly. It's put off and put on.
Yeah.
Right? It's both. This is the lie that we believe. Whenever we take vengeance, whenever we think, if I hurt this person back, I'm going to feel better.
We've all tried that.
Yeah. It's a complete lie, isn't it? Do you think you're going to feel better because you believed a lie from your own heart and a lie from Satan? Do you think you're going to feel better because you chose to operate in unbelief, because you chose to hurt others or rebel against God or trust your own heart? That's foolish. But where we find joy is remembering that Jesus said in John 15, he said, if you obey my commandments, you'll abide in my love. And then he says, I've told you these things so that my joy will be in you and your joy will be full.
Yeah.
Right? So obedience, forgiving as we've been forgiven, following Jesus in that regard, as we seek to obey his word, that's when we're going to have fullness of joy, not when we take our pound of flesh. We think it's going to feel good, and it might in a fleeting moment, but then it's going to be
the pleasures of sin are but for a season.
Yes.